Folks, before you even start today's video, pause it and go over to shopwcbs.com and get yourself a world-class Bullshitters t-shirt. We just launched, we have some awesome designs, and we're going to be adding more monthly. We're going to treat the store as a reflection of the channel. We have a great joke on a show, we're going to put it on a shirt. We're also going to make it very interactive. If you buy our beer glass and drink with us, you'll get a shout out. It'll be like drinking with us virtually. So folks, go over to shopwcbs.com, support independent entertainment because the real world entertainment sucks. And now it's time for the video.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
They say bustin' makes me feel good, but the article says the exact opposite. This article is a bust, and it doesn't make me feel good. Today we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters. Why? Because Ghostbusters became the poster child of politics and entertainment, and you probably didn't know it. Now let me correct myself real quick. When I say Ghostbusters, I meant 2016's f***ing terrible Ghostbusters. Yeah, the one with Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones, and Kate McKinnon. Are they talented in their own right? I'm not here to sing this film's praises. It sucks, and I'm not going to act like it's good. We reviewed it over on Patreon. Check it out. Most of us passed out. But Ghostbusters 2016 commits the one cardinal crime, the cardinal sin that no comedy should. It's not funny. The only thing funny about Ghostbusters is how much of a failure it was and how quick they're trying to about-face and make us forget that. But remember, folks, the internet never forgets. And what we're about to read right now, you're probably never going to forget for how stupid it is. See, Ghostbusters 2016 wasn't just a film, it was an ideology, a political message, a stand against men in entertainment. Because when you think of evil guys, the Ghostbusters are clearly at the top of the list. By 2016 standard, Gozer the Gozerian was the true hero of the film because the human form was a female. The Ghostbusters were great, they were iconic, they were heroes, and they'll remain heroes. Unless The Guardian has anything to say about that. Ghostbusters Afterlife review, a slimy, stinking corpse of a sequel. Jason Reitman takes over his father's franchise and immediately tanks it with tonally misjudged blend of pandering, fan service, and a bizarrely played straight spectacle. Now, I don't think the author of this, Charles Bramesco, actually watched Ghostbusters, but let's see him put his foot in his mouth. There's a certain advantage to seeing a film like Ghostbusters Afterlife among the cosplaying faithful at its New York Comic-Con premiere. Crowd response to the cavernous convention hall had a way of clearing up any lingering confusion over why the original Ghostbusters, a crudish comedy featuring SNL alumni doing sci-fi shtick, would be revived as a played straight action spectacle in which children learn that science rules and nothing more is important than the love of family. The appeal of a sequel systematically stripped of everything that made its predecessor into enough of a hit to merit this treatment quickly grew evident as the attendees voiced their high decibel approval for what they saw as a true draw of this misbegotten project. An attendee couldn't help but hear the instantaneous focus grouping. Every time another anti-spectral doohickey first appeared on screen, it was met with an orgasmic roar of excitement from the audience. Same goes for the awestruck glimpse of the old car, the old costumes, and some of the old dialogue, and the rest of the myriad of nods to Ivan Reitman's canonized blockbuster. Goddamn right. His son Jason, the director, who announced his desire to see the installment launch a whole universe of Ghostbusters content during his pre-screening panel, aspires to little more than this dead-in rat pull lever pleasure of recognition. His approach banks on sycophancy, proved reliable in real time at the Javits Center, that the automatic delight of knowing what things will supersede the need of humor or smart-ass charm that initially made Ghostbusters worth watching. At the box office, this underhanded tack may very well pay dividends. This is for the fans after all, but a peculiar breed of fan, more interested in identifying objects than what's done with them. So I'm not going to read too much to spoil this, but this is where it gets interesting. It's pandering all the way down, the shocking part being the variety of Reitman's ploys. It's not all groaners like the cop offering, a jailed for the night Trevor, the phone asking who you're gonna call. There's a set piece with cutesy, nattering, mini Stay Puft scratching the itch for cloying mischief makers planted by the minions. Consider the casual cowardice of a script that uses its own mythology, subtly erases 2016's all-gal reboot from the canon, giving the rage-choked trolls carpet-bombing IMDb with 0-star ratings the vindication they've always craved. Let's stop right the fuck there. This writer gave this film a 1-star review, and that is the whole reason why. This film undoes Ghostbusters 2016. Listen, Charles, get over yourself. Your little crusade to tear down the new Ghostbusters and build up the new one is not only sad, but lame. Look, I gave the movie a fucking shot. I watched it. It's not funny. It deserves to be wiped away with every other bad comedy out there. It's dumber than The Hangover 2. It's dumber than every other forgettable fucking movie I've seen in years. But you know why it sticks around? Because people like you, oh, Ghostbusters was attacked because it was all women. No, the Ghostbusters 2016 film was shat upon because it didn't need to exist. It's a pointless film, an exercise in futility. What can you do better? Nothing. The original Ghostbusters, a classic. The second one, pretty goddamn good. Your third one, Ghostbusters 2016, shit. The 2009 video game, superior. This new film, I haven't seen it yet, I cannot critique it, but I am more interested in this at this point than I was at Ghostbusters 2016 at any point. It seems like this writer even wants to take potshots at the original because it exists and didn't have enough women by your standards, or whatever you say. You put your politics right in the middle of the article, so why am I supposed to talk about anything but the real reason why you hate this film? Film critique in this country, I'm like, wait a second. Film critique on this planet is dead. And if you want good critiques, go to Mars, Venus, Saturn. My very educated mother bought me 9 pizzas. I'll take them all. This movie is being ripped apart because of reasons. This is no better, no nobler than what the people on IMDb are, the trolls. Look at Charles, you're a fucking paid troll by The Guardian. The Guardian's a troll website. You post the dumbest shit. In the hierarchy of ridiculous websites, The Guardian's up there with the Mary Sue. Post the worst takes on entertainment. Articles like this and Twitter are why movies suck. Yes, the studios are dumb, they're misguided, they don't know what they're talking about, but they look on the internet, and stupid shit like this from Charles or these assholes on Twitter makes them think in the marketing department, this is what people want. We want smarter entertainment, we want to think about everything, we want to deconstruct everything. Sometimes you want to sit down, watch a movie, and figure out who you're going to call. This guy is not who I'm going to call to review any fucking movie. If I want an opinion on one of the turds on the streets of San Francisco, I'll call Charles. But if I want a review of this film, I'm going to go elsewhere because I can't trust him. And trust is the big factor. Let's go back to 2016. Sorry. Well, may not be that bad. Let's go back and see what they were saying about this film. Now, over on The Guardian, of course, the bastion of hope, honesty, and trust, they gave Ghostbusters 2016 a 4 out of 5 stars, saying, Ghostbuster review, all-female upgrade awakens the ectoplasmic force. 2016 is when these assholes were so haughty, they rode high from The Force Awakens thinking, female-led movies are the future. Ghostbusters 2016 came in and shit the bed, but once we got to The Last Jedi, all bets were off. Here's another article. Ghostbusters got rid of capitalism. Can we too? Judd Apatow, Ghostbuster haters are probably Trump supporters. Ghostbusters trailer is the most disliked in YouTube history. Was 2016 ready for an all-female Ghostbusters? Ghostbusters in line for ban in China due to supernatural theme. Yeah, awesome. Ghostbusters 2016 is protected because of the politics behind the film. Nothing else. Ghostbusters Afterlife is going to continue to get bad reviews from certain people because it undoes Ghostbusters 2016. And I wish we could understand for a minute. I wish they could understand because we, the audience, get it. We're here. We're here in the trenches. We understand what's going on. But the people that write this stuff, take your heads out of your asses. To the Scott Mendelsons of the world, take a step back. Put the bucket down. Please stop reviewing films like this. Your politics are ugly. We don't care. What you're failing to realize, reviewers, is that you're shutting people out from wanting to read your reviews. If I go to this guy and I know that all of his reviews are politically charged, even if we agree or disagree, I don't want to watch a movie based on if it's politically left or politically right. I'm not going to go support a movie if it's diverse or woke or anything like that. It's got to be a good story and make sense. And it sounds like most people are having fun with Ghostbusters Afterlife, except this wet blanket. So, should we move on? But let's make sure we're all on the same page here. Ghostbusters 2016 is being erased because it has to be erased. It is not just a bad movie. It's a damning movie and a damaging movie. It damaged the Ghostbusters brand. Ghostbusters is valuable. It's been more valuable in the past, but Afterlife is an attempt to fix that because even though Ghostbusters came out in 1984, it's still a very successful film by today's standards in terms of merchandise and marketing. I bought 2 Ghostbusters shirts last year. I bought the new Hasbro figures. I even would get the Ecto-1 and kind of want to get the Playmobil set. But Ghostbusters, if they just forced the female version down your throat, like they tried back in 2016, well, all of those sales dry up. That's why the Ghostbusters female figures were on clearance before the movie came out. That's why you can still find them for $2 if you go to your local Ollie's. That movie was a flop that hurt Sony, but they can't stand out there and talk shit about it publicly because of the politics, so what they gotta do is do everything they can to get rid of this movie, Ghostbusters 2016, and make people think it goes Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, and then Ghostbusters Afterlife. Wiping 2016 away is only gonna piss off the right people. Hating Ghostbusters Afterlife is a last-ditch effort to keep that momentum alive, even though it never had momentum. Ghostbusters 2016 taught us that you cannot guilt an audience into going to see a film, rightly so. Your politics don't matter. If what you have on screen isn't good, we're not going to go see it. Then we have to add into the fact that Ghostbusters is iconic, and iconic doesn't just mean recognizable on shirts. It means a lot more. To me personally, Ghostbusters is a really inspirational movie. Business. I own a business. Sometimes it sucks. And I think, well, the Ghostbusters got through it and so can I. When I watched the 2016 film, I saw 4 women and Thor in a Chinese restaurant acting like chuckleheads. Didn't care, didn't like it, didn't laugh. It was an ugly film. Ooh, it was spectral, it was colorful. It was shit. Give me the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Give me a great villain like Walter Peck. Give me Rick Moranis. Give me the original Ghostbusters. That's what I want. When Janine says Ghostbusters, what do you want? The original, not this bullshit. So, folks, I'm going to go take a victory lap. We're going to keep covering this topic. This was a quicker, shorter video because we're going to come back and talk about this topic at greater lengths. This is important. This is the beginning of the end for this type of reporting. You cannot guilt people. You can't call them sexist. You can't call them bigots. So now what you do is when we get something fun, you call it shit and you attack the people. Look, fan service is great. Fan service is trash. It all depends on how it's done. It seems like Charles here wants, let's just call him Chuckles from now on. It seems like Chuckles here wants to equate the equipment to fan service. Dude, I know you don't know what a PKE meter is, or a proton pack, or the ghost trap. I won't forgive you. You should know these things. You can't review a film if you don't know what you're watching. Oh, I don't know Ghostbusters. It's not my wheelhouse. Bro, Ghostbusters is an American institution. Either know it or get the fuck out. But don't review the new one from a place of authority acting like you know something. Oh, great, you saw Ghostbusters Afterlife before me. That's awesome. That makes me feel nothing, just like your review. You gave Ghostbusters Afterlife 1 star. I give your career 0 stars. Go fuck yourself. Try something else. Folks, I'll be back next time with more. But until then, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.